Science has followed Earth's temperature across two major timelines. Here is a breakdown of when scientists started tracking the planet's temperature. The instrumental record. While individual scientists kept localized weather diaries for centuries, taking the temperature of the Earth on a global scale requires combining thousands of weather stations and oceanic measurements. The starting point, 1880, global surface temperature record keeping is widely said to have begun around 1880. This is the earliest year that scientists had enough reliable, widespread thermometer stations across the globe to accurately calculate a global average. Early discoveries, 1800s, the foundation for why this mattered began much earlier. In the 1820s, French mathematician Joseph Fourier described how Earth's atmosphere traps heat. In 1856, American scientist Eunice Newton-Foote proved that CO22 and water vapor significantly trap solar heat. Modern expansion. Today, organizations like NASA, NOAA, and the Copernicus Climate Change Service utilize over 25,000 meteorological stations, ocean buoys, and satellites to track global temperature anomalies with incredible precision. Paleoclimatology, reconstructing Earth's past. To understand long-term climate cycles, such as ice ages and ancient warm periods, science looks far beyond the invention of the thermometer. The late 19th century, scientists first began investigating Earth's past climate in the late 1800s, initially trying to understand recurring ice ages. Proxy records. Scientists used natural materials, proxies, that recorded temperatures when they were formed. These include tree rings, ancient coral, and ice cores drilled from glaciers. Deep time reconstructions using chemical isotopes, like oxygen-18, trapped in fossilized shells. Scientists can reconstruct global mean surface temperatures stretching back millions of years, providing a vital baseline for how CO22 and temperature have interacted throughout Earth's history. The shift to global warming. The realization that human activity was actually altering Earth's temperature evolved gradually alongside data collection. With better funding and tools following World War II, scientists began seriously analyzing deep CO22 levels. In 1958, scientist Charles David Keeling began precisely measuring atmospheric CO22 at Mauna Loa, revealing a continuous, alarming rise. 1960s to 1970s, scientists created the first computer models of Earth's climate. In 1967, researchers Shukuro Manabe and Richard Weatherald produced the first accurate climate model, predicting that a doubling of atmospheric CO22 would raise global temperatures. The 1980s to present. By the 1980s, the instrumental data clearly matched the computer models, showing a definitive upward trend in global temperatures. In 1988, the United Nations established the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, to standardize the global scientific consensus on monitoring our warming planet. Would you like to explore how specific tools like ice cores work, or dive deeper into the history of how scientists first proved the greenhouse effect? Global surface temperature. The instrumental temperature record is a record of temperatures within Earth's climate based on direct measurement of air temperature. How do scientists study ancient climates, or news, or National Centers for Environmental Information, NCEI? Paleoclimatologists study ancient climates by looking for clues in Earth's natural environmental records. NOAA National Centers for Environmental Information, NCEI.gov. Instrumental records are readings from instruments that have been written down. Since about 1880, instrumental records from Thermo, OC, 2,000 years of global temperatures in 20 seconds, are date-ties beautiful. There is information in these things that tells us, with varying levels of accuracy, climate information at a given time. When put, new data raises questions about how much the Earth has warmed. The new data set, published in Earth System Science Data by 16 scientists, shows a significantly cooler Earth, the Earth. From TH, is the world 1.3 degrees Celsius or 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer? Historical ship logs hold answers. No estimate of global temperature is possible without including the oceans, which cover 70% of the planet's surface. Today, research, was 2014 really the warmest year? Here's why it doesn't matter. Mother Jones. Of course, calculating the warmth of the entire Earth, the Earth, over a full year is difficult. To do this, climate scientists, navigating climate, culture, nature, science, and race, a roundtable on climate history in the Gilded Age and Progressive Era, or the Journal of the Gilded Age and Progressive Era, or Cambridge Core. People have recorded daily weather conditions in diaries or noted unusual weather events for millennia. from how often the Tiber Cambridge University Press and Assessment, Royal Meteorological Society about climate change. There is no single thermometer measuring the global temperature. Instead, individual thermometer measurements taken every day at Metlink, Royal Meteorological Society. This is how scientists measure global temperature. NASA Science. Take a look at this graph below, which shows global temperature records from the mid-1850s through 2023. NASA's global temperature, according to NASA, 2019 was the second hottest year on record. There's some quasi-global data that began in 1850 when thermometers were being used methodically. But for climate scientists, the History of Climate Change Science, Wikipedia. The history of the scientific discovery of climate change began in the early 19th century when ice ages and other natural changes, the human fingerprint in global warming. The theory was started in the early 1800s and